Like if you have 1 million followers, like you guys,
Yeah.
or you guys are probably bigger than that across everything, but if you go out in public, you'll occasionally take a photo.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you go to Walmart twice a week, you'll get every third time you'll take a photo. It's very validating. You're like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
This is like a real career. Look, this guy noticed me. And then when you get to 10 million, it's like a whole different world. Like every time you go out, you're going to take at least one photo. And it's like, oh, this is awesome. You know, if you're with your girlfriend, you'll take a photo and it's like, look, people like me. But it's like very manageable. But you think that's like the top. But then you go from 10 million to 100 million. And next thing you know, when you go to Walmart, it's not like one photo or two. It's like someone asks for a photo and everyone else looks. And then like there's a line of 20 people. They just take a photo because they see my face.
So what do you think about that from like the I guess cost of this kind of scale for you from a like fame perspective?
Yeah.
Do you find it like that's just the name of the game? Like it's worth it?
Yeah.
Or does it feel kind of like an unanticipated cost?
Here's the answer. So like it definitely you don't think this, like every step of the way, like I said earlier, you think you've made it and you think this is about as crazy as it'll get. But like if you have 1 million followers, like you guys, or you guys are probably bigger than that across everything, but if you go out in public, you'll occasionally take a photo. Like, you know, if you go to Walmart twice a week, you'll get every third time you'll take a photo. It's very validating. You're like, oh, this is awesome. This is like a real career. Look.
But yeah, things have changed. Like, I know there's such a funny moment.
They're like, oh, we got like 20 million views last time. Why would we change anything?
You point to the camera and you're like, just roll that B-roll editor.
I don't know how we missed.
I don't know how we missed that one. It was 2 hours.
I did that twice.
Yeah. Well, this time we won't do it again. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, things have changed. Like I feel like we've had so much fun over the last 24 hours here, just hanging out. There's so many people here working. There's like, it feels like very alive in this building. Obviously, this building was brand new when you got it. Candidly, I feel like we've had so much fun over the last 24 hours here, just hanging out.
They will be like, I've never seen one, but I know who he is.
Wow.
And which is like, that has exponentially grown the last few years. And I'm kind of like, so how do you know who I am? Why are you asking me for a photo if you just don't you've never seen a piece of content I make? And they're like, oh, well, I heard you help people and you do this. And so it's like probably like 30% of the people I take photos with now just have no idea what I do.
Not exactly like that. Like Dobrik kind of did that a while back where like Justin Bieber would show up in the car or something like that.
The thing is like, it's also them aside, I'll just talk blanketly. People like that tend to be the people I gravitate towards more to now because they just kind of understand my life a little bit more. So I also just like having other famous people, if that's the word you want to use, around because it's like kind of cool to see how they deal with all these random problems I'm starting to have. So I mean, sure, it's great because it helps the video, whatever, but it's also just literally fun to be around them and see like, how do you deal with all this stuff? What is going on? And also it's like, you know, they're infinitely better on camera too. So I don't feel so alone late at night.
I think that's the thing is Colin and I were saying today, it feels so fun to be here because it's a bunch of people doing the thing that we like to do.
Yeah.
You know, we're surrounded by people who are excited about making YouTube videos.
Yeah.
How does it feel for you? Like the past 2 years, so much has changed.
Oh, it's the past 2 years?
Yeah.
Is looking yoked.
Yeah, he's
you
jacked.
can throw a photo of him up.
Yeah.
Because he was already pretty lean.
Yeah.
And so he was just stacking muscle. Up to this point, I've just been losing fat. So it's a lot harder to just put on muscle when you're losing fat. But it's been fun.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It was like being in the gym this morning was awesome. Like you built like a really cool compound here.
Thank you. Well, and my little thing on that before we move on, it's like, all you have to do really is like, just work out for like 3 months really consistently. And then it'll just become part of your lifestyle. Like I couldn't fathom a year ago, like how am I ever going to do this religiously, you know, because we just have so much stuff going on, but now it's just truly a habit. And now there's like 200 people outside this hotel running up and down the hallways, like knocking on doors, trying to figure out which room's me and Carl. And we also had like the dream team there as well, so which made it even bigger. And they're like, where are they at? And they're like, I was talking to the manager of the hotel. It's like, why don't just have your security like control things? And he's like, we do. And so I had to hire security to like help lock down this hotel because there's so many people. And then there's like people trying to camp outside the hotel. And we're like, this is not a meet and greet. Like I'm just here while I wait for my flight to Antarctica. And it's like that, it's like one of those moments where then now people know, well, eventually he has to leave and there's one airport. So there's just a sea of people waiting at the airport when you go there. And then it's like, at some point I have to wait in a line at the airport. And then it just gets even crazier because then the TSA people are like, oh, this guy's famous. Let's get him through the line because there's just a mob of people.
Yeah.
And then it hit hard. Yeah.
Did you almost cut that?
No, bro. When I saw that the first time, I literally cried. I was like, oh my gosh. Like in person, I was kind of crying. But when I saw the first cut of the video, I literally, tears came down my cheeks. I was like, oh, I've never felt this way before watching one of our videos.
Wow.
Like even just thinking about it, like I tear up a
you're
little
getting
bit.
teary-eyed.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's good. That was a very emotional moment.